Okay, welcome to my another lecture. That is, in this lecture, the learner will be able to know the inverse relation and types of relation. The inverse relation, I'll explain here inverse relation and different types of relation. Also, in this lecture, you will understand the domain of the relation and range of the relation. That is the learner will be able to know in this video inverse relation, types of relation, domain of the relation and range of the relation. So first is inverse relation. So what is relation? I told in my previous video, in my previous lecture, what is relation? Relation is a subset of A cross B. Relation is a subset of A cross B. What is A? A is a set, non-empty set. B is a set, which is also non-empty set. So A cross B, that is A cross B, Cartesian product. So R is a relation which is a subset of A cross B. This is a relation. Now what is inverse relation? So if R is the inverse relation, that is R inverse is a subset of B cross A. B cross A. This is the inverse relation. This is inverse relation. Inverse relation. For example, suppose A equal to 2, 3 and B is a set. This is suppose 3. So now what is A cross B? Tell me. A cross B equal to 2, 3 and 3, 4. Suppose 3, 4. 2, 3. Then tell me A cross B equal to 2, 3. Then 2, 4. Then tell me 3, 3. 3, 3, then 3, 4. This is 3, 4. This is A cross B. Now what is relation R? R you can say, tell me any 2 or any 3. R, what is R actually? Suppose you are telling 2, 3, then 2, 4 and 3, 4. This is a relation. Why this is a relation? Because these elements I have taken from A cross B. That means R is a subset of A cross B. You can write. You see, all elements of R contain in A cross B. This is a relation. R is a relation. Now, what is R inverse? R inverse equal to, if R is a relation, then R inverse equal to 3, 2, 4, 2 and 4, 3. Okay. So, therefore, the R inverse equal to, that means just opposite. That is 3, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3. 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2 and 4, 3. That is 4, 3. This is R inverse. R inverse. This is R inverse. 3, 2, just opposite. 3, 2, 4, 2 and 4, 3. This is R inverse. Okay. This is R inverse. Now I am going for one thing I can say. If this is a relation, then what is the domain R? Domain of R, dr. That is domain of R. Tell me, this is D suffix R. This is known as domain of R. That is the first element of relation R. That is 2, 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3. 2, 3 is the domain R. 2, 3. What is domain R? 2, 3. 2, 2, then 3. So there are 2, 2, only 3. There are 2 how many? 2 times. So I am taking 2, then 3. First element of relation. First element of relation R is known as domain R. And range R equal to, tell me, range R equal to second element of the relation, that is 3, 4. 3, 4. How many 4s are there? 2. So you have to take ones. 3, 4 is known as range R. Similarly, domain R inverse equal to 3, 4 and range R inverse equal to 2, 3. That means we can say domain R equal to range R inverse and range R equal to domain R inverse. Okay, understand? Tell me. Okay, now once again I am repeating, that is the domain R means, that is the domain R. Domain R means From relation, the first element you take, then this will be the domain R, and the second element is known as range R. Similarly, domain R inverse, that is the first element of R inverse, that is known as domain R inverse, first element, that is 3, 4, and range R inverse equal to second element of R inverse, that is 2, 3. So from this we can say domain R equal to range R inverse, and range R equal to domain R inverse. Okay. So now types of relation. Now I am going for types of relation. Okay. Types of relation. This is very important. This is very important. First, there are 3 types mainly. 4 types actually. Types of relation. 4 types. 4 types. 4 types of relation. 4 types of relation. Number one, reflexive relation. Number 2, symmetric relation. Number 3, transitive relation. Number 4, equivalence relation. These 4 types of relations. How many types of relation? There are 4 types of relation: reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence. These are the 4 types of relation in types of relation. How many types of relation? 4. Reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence. Now one by one I will explain. That is reflexive. For reflexive, okay, just I am erasing this. Reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence. First I will explain what is reflexive. What is reflexive? What is reflexive? What is reflexive relation? Reflexive relation. Okay. A relation R in a set A, a relation definition. A relation R in a set A. Be careful. A relation R in a set A, not B. Only set A. Be careful here. For reflexive, we are considering only one set, not 2 sets. A relation R in a set A is called reflexive. In a set A is called reflexive. If AA belongs to R. AA belongs to R. But A belongs to relation. For all A belongs to relation. For all A belongs to relation. So try to understand now. Try to understand this. Reflexive relation means a relation R in a set A is called reflexive. If AA belongs to R, for all A belongs to R. Suppose, for example, if I give an example, then you will understand clearly. But one thing you must remember, for reflexive, we are considering only one set, not 2 sets. Okay. So that means, suppose A equal to 2, 3, 4. So now what is actually A cross A? That is 2, 3, 4 cross 2, 3, 4. That is 2, 2. Tell me, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. Tell me. Then 3, 2, 3, 2, 3 3, 3 4, then 4 2, 4 2, 4 3, 4. This is A crossing. Okay. This is A crossing. Now I am considering a relation from this set which is reflexive. That means A belongs to R. A belongs to R. For or A belongs to, that is set A. এটা যদি A সেটে থাকে, or A belongs to set A. That মানে দেখ এখানে in this set A, how many elements? 2 3 4. A belongs to R. That means I am considering a relation R equal to 2 2, 2 3, 3 3 and 4 4. 4 4. This is a relation is reflexive. Is reflexive. Why this is reflexive? Because in set A 2 3 4 are there. 2 3 4 are there. Now in relation R should contain 2 2 3 3 4 4. 2 2 3 3 4 4. So this is reflexive. That means how many elements? There are 3 elements. 2 3 4. So these all 2 2 3 3 4 4. These all belongs to, you see, A cross A. 2 2 contain in A cross A. 3 3, yes, contain in this. 4 4, yes, contain in this. So we can say R is reflexive. We can say R is reflexive. Clear or not? Yes. If I give another example that is reflexive, of reflexive, like in real life example, like every triangle is congruent to itself. Try to understand. Every triangle is congruent to itself. Means every triangle is congruent to itself. This is known as reflexive. Once again I am repeating here. Suppose A is a set having element 5, 4. So our relation R should be, that means 5 5 and 4. 5 5 and 4. If 5 5 and 4 4 are contained in set A in R, then this is reflexive. Suppose another example. Suppose A is a set having element 2 5 6 4. So if R is a relation, suppose 2 2 5 5 6 2 4 2, I am taking 4. This is this a reflexive? No, this is not reflexive. Not reflexive. Why not? Not reflexive. Why not reflexive? Because in relation R, 2 is 2 contain in set A, but 2 is in A. Okay, right? No problem. 5 contain in A, but 5 contain in R also. 6 contain in A, but 6, you see, 6 not contain in R. So it is not reflexive. That means you have to see how many elements contain in A. There are 4 elements contained in A. That means the relation R should contain 2 2, 5 5, 6 6, 4 4. That relation should be reflexive relation. In set A, 4 elements are there, 2 4, 2 5, 6 4. So 2 2, 5 5, 6 6, 4 4 contain in A, then you can say it is a reflexive. But in this relation it is not reflexive, because 6 6 contain in A, which does not contain in relation R. So similarly 4 contain in A, 4 does not contain in R. So this is not reflexive. Next I am coming symmetric. Symmetric is also easy. a symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. Okay. What is symmetric relation? A relation R in set A. Symmetric relation in set A. In set A, a relation R in set A is called, in set A and B is called symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. A relation R in set A is called symmetric relation if AB belongs to, if AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R. This is very important. This is very important. A relation R in a set A is called symmetric relation if AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R. For example, then you will understand clearly. A equal to say 316. So what is actually A cross A? A cross A, tell me. A cross A equal to 3 3, okay, 3 1, okay, 3 6. Then 1 3 1 1 3 1 1 1 6. Just Cartesian product. Then 6 3 6 3 6 1. Then 6 6. This is A cross. Now I am considering a relation R. That is R equal to, I am considering a relation R equal to, from these elements, I am considering a relation 3 6 6 3 1 1. This is 1 1 1 1. And another thing, suppose I am taking 1 6 6 1 6 1. And this, you see, from where I have taken this element, A cross. From where I have taken this element, from where I have taken A cross. Now you see 3 6. That is, what is symmetric? Symmetric is AB belongs to R, then BA belongs to R. AB belongs to R, then BA belongs to R. AB belongs to R, then you see 3 6 belongs to R. So 6 3 also belongs to R. You see 3 6 belongs to R. So 6 3 is also belongs to R. 1 6 belongs to R. That is 6 1 also belongs to R. 1 1 belongs to R. Then opposite 1 1 belongs to R. So this is known as symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. You see, in relation R, the elements which I have taken from A cross A, that is, you see now, one by one you can check. 3 6 belongs to R. So 6 3 belongs to R. You see, 6 3 also belongs to R. 1 6 belongs to R. Then 6 1 belongs to R. So this is reflexive. This is symmetric. This is symmetric. This is symmetric. This is symmetric relation. You see, 1 6 6 1. Now this is symmetric relation. Now if I say this relation, is this a symmetric relation? No, this is not a symmetric relation, because Because you see, 1 6 belongs to real R. That means 1 6 contain in R, but 6 on not contain in R. 6 on contain in R? 6 on contain in R? No. 6 on not contain in R. So 1 6 belongs to R, 1 comma 6 belongs to R, but 6 on not belongs to R. So in this case, not symmetric. This is not a symmetric because 1 6 belongs to R, 6 on not belongs to R. If any one of them does not satisfy, then we can say not symmetric. Like, but here in this case, you see, 3 6 belongs to R, but 6 3 belongs to R. Okay, it's okay. Now, if we take this on, 1 6 belongs to R, but 6 or not belongs to R. So this is not symmetric. Now I am coming transitive. Transitive relation. Now I am coming transitive relation. What is transitive relation? A relation R in set A is said to be transitive. If A relation B, that is A relation B, comma B relation C, then A relation C. That is AB belongs to R. You can say AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, then AC belongs to R. This is known as transitive. I will give another example of transitive. Try to understand first concept. A relation R in set A is said to be transitive if A relation B, then B relation C, then A relation C. So AB belongs to R, or you can say AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, then AC must belongs to R. If I give a real life example, then you will understand clearly. For transitive relation, this is transitive. Okay, transitive relation. So now I am giving an real life example. Suppose there are three parallel lines. 1, 2, this is 3. 3 parallel lines. This is A, this is B, this is C. They are all parallel lines. Okay. So from here we can say A is parallel to B. Yes. So A relation B. Because A parallel to B. Similarly, you see we can say from this B is parallel to C. So we can say B relation C. Now A is parallel to C. Yes, A is parallel to C. So we can say from these two assumptions we can say A is parallel to C. From these two, A is parallel. See the figure, see the diagram. A is parallel to C. So that means A relation C. So this is known as transitive. I think everybody understood very nicely transitive relation. Transitive means there are, once again I am giving an example. So A, B, C. These are 3 parallel lines. From this A is parallel to B, B is parallel to C. So we can say A is parallel to C. So this is transitive. This is transitive. Okay. This is transitive relation. Now another last one. It is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence relation. Nothing. Equivalence relation means if a relation R is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then it is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation very simple. If the relation R, if R is reflexive, number 1. Number 2, R is symmetric. Number 3, R is reflexive, symmetric, R is transitive. then R is equivalence. Suppose the question is prove that this relation is equivalent. Then what will you do? You have to prove the relation is symmetric, reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Then you can say it is equivalent. Suppose any one of these three is not satisfied. Suppose R is not symmetric, but reflexive, but transitive. So we can't say R is a equivalence relation. So R should be equivalence if all these three conditions, that means three, R is reflexive, R is symmetric, then R is transitive, then we can say R is equivalence relation. So this is all about types of relation. Okay, thank you very much.